everybody, and welcome to the 1776 Patriot. For my initial video, I wanted to do something a little special for the people that mean the most, quite honestly, to all of us in this country, and to be able to give them a special thank you. So as I'm recording this, it is the anniversary of D-Day, and we are indebted to a very, very few that still live, and we owe a debt that we will never be able to repay, honestly. We owe them more than can ever be said or imagined at this point. So, to all of the military, all of the armed services, I want to say personally, thank you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your willingness to serve. I have family members who have served, and it is something that I personally don't understand as far as that level of service. I've never served in the armed forces. I'm a healthcare professional by trade, and I have seen small amounts of things that, for lack of a better phrase, haunt my dreams at night. I've seen little kids that have been shot. I've seen little kids that have been in all kinds of accidents. I've seen all kinds of things along those lines. I've seen adults that have been shot. I've seen adults with drug overdose. I've seen adults that have been hit by cars, by trains. I've seen things that I wish I could unsee, and that, again, few really understand except those that have done it. But even what I've seen is not fully understood what the veterans have seen. So thank you to everyone who is a veteran. I cannot begin to imagine the images that haunt your dreams, the things that you have seen during your time in service, whether it be from D-Day, whether it be Normandy, whether it be other battles, whether it be Desert Storm, whether it be in Afghanistan, whatever. I will never fully know what you have experienced, and that is something that I would not wish on anyone. So I thank you again for your service just because of that. In thinking about that and in looking at that, I cannot even begin to imagine the scenes that you envisioned getting off the landing craft, that you had if you were a seaman offshore and were part of the bombardment, if you were someone who was with the Air Force and was strafing these areas and was bombing them. I mean, they have to live with those things as well. So I can't imagine, and I can't begin to imagine, and I wouldn't want to imagine, and I thank you for what you have gone through in order to do that. The scenes from the battlefields and everything. You know, we can watch movies and TV shows and everything else that tries to depict what you saw and how things were and the conditions that you went through for all of that. And it'll never be accurate. It'll never be enough. It gets our heart racing. It gets our heart pounding. It gets our adrenaline up. But it is not close to what you experienced. And I cannot begin to imagine that. I look at things that you experienced and that you saw death and destruction, not just of comrades, not just of friends, not just of other people in your units or other units, but of citizenry, of just general population. It is baffling. It's astounding to me to stop and think about that on such a large scale. So that's something that I think of whenever I think of this, and it's something that, again, I would never be able to imagine, with everything that I have seen, what you saw. The displaced citizenry, all the destruction of the homes and businesses and the general landscape, the agriculture, everything, just the general destruction that was seen. It should have been staggering in what my estimation of things is. It just, I can't begin to imagine it as it was, I'm sure. And I wish that you hadn't had to see that as well. Seeing children that had parents that had been killed, or parents that had been severely injured, or anything along those lines, where the children are dealing with this as well. People are starving, people are fighting for food, all of these different scenarios that you think about when you think about these scenes. Those are all things that you saw. Those are all things that you went through. So, again, thank you for your service. And that is, as I said earlier, that is a thank you that I, as someone who has never served and who have seen, compared to what you have seen, minor horrors, I just want to say thank you for the price that you paid. And that is a price that very few people will ever fully understand. And it's not just about what you live with on a daily basis, as far as the memories that you have and the dreams that haunt you still, probably. It is, few will ever understand exactly what it was to be in that situation, not even of your own making, not of your own volition, and just to have to be there, and to have to see those things, and to have to do things that you would rather not have been doing. That's kind of a somber opening for the channel, but I felt like it was something that needed to be said. It was something that needed to be done. And I want to welcome everybody to the 1776 Patriot channel that joins me here. I'm going to be making videos, hopefully on a pretty regular basis. I'm going to try to put one out every couple of weeks, probably, maybe once a week sometimes. So thank you, guys. We're going to touch on a lot of different things. We're going to touch on some controversial issues, honestly, kind of stuff. We're going to talk about some political stuff. We're going to talk about gun safety. We're going to talk about raising kids with guns. We're going to talk about all kinds of stuff that go along with that. So there's going to be a lot of different things that go on in our channel. And I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for watching the video. And for everybody that joined me, I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to hit the follow button and get some notifications, hit the little bell. And thank you guys for being here, and thank you guys for listening to me and hearing me out.